videos for content. So here I am, writing all of my own shitposts on a tier list. This is every video that I have uploaded over the past 8 years. Holy shit, it's been 8 years. Anyway, at the very beginning, we have PYT, but it's bad and bougie, and this is going straight in F tier. This one is a mashup. It's like one of the first ones I ever did. It's not very funny. It goes off time at one point because there's a bar repeat in PYT that I didn't account for, so it just gets out of sync as it keeps going. It's F tier. Don't know why I made it. Shit mashup. Not funny. The second video I uploaded, and this is some primo shit right here. This is... those notes are bad. It's like, I think the third most popular video on my channel. This one's pretty good. It's going in A tier. This was a good song choice for those notes. Those notes videos have to be done on the right song. It has to be sung in a way that's gonna be conducive to good comedy. You know, note edits that make it sound like the person's just singing really bad. And this song is a good choice for that because he sings the chorus really high. Now, this video is not perfect. I remember I didn't have an acapella that contained the bridge, so I just put Michael Jackson grunt noises all over it, which is a choice. And I also wish I had access to the multi-tracks at the time so I could mess with the synth solo in the middle and do funnier things. But overall, this video is still pretty good. Some good gags in here. I like the, you know I'm smooth at the end. Yeah, A tier, pretty good video. Next we have Death of Those Notes. This one's going in D tier. I just don't like the way I edited this one very much. A lot of these early Those Notes videos had editing that just makes it sound like bad auto-tune instead of a bad performance. And a bad performance is frankly funnier most of the time. The gags that I put in this one with the It Is Wednesday, My Dudes meme is very dated, very 2018 video.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
So yeah, this one's going in D tier. September Those Notes, this one's C tier. Yeah, I'll go C tier on this one. There are some moments in this that I like. The way that I edited this one is a little bit better, a little more naturalistic. Maurice White sounds like he's singing badly in some places, which is how I want it.
Do you remember when it first started, September?
It's alright, I guess, but it's not my favorite. It does get points for the thumbnail, though. I think this is one of the funnier early thumbnails that I did. I write Sins Not Notes. This is also D tier. Don't like the way I edited this one. I think a lot of these Panic at the Disco songs simply aren't very good for this style of editing.
Chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing a door? No.
I also hate this thumbnail. It's so dated. It's just a bad deep fried meme. No thanks. Fireflies Hitting Those Notes. This one is D tier, but I think it goes above these other ones. Raisin Beans, the thumbnail's hilarious. Just look at this. It's fucking hilarious. The juxtaposition of Owl City's very smooth, auto-tuned vocals with the absolute mass murder that's committed on this edit is pretty funny.
A foxtrot above my head, a sock hop beneath my bed, disco balls just hanging by a thread.
However, it suffers from a lot of the same problems as these other early Those Notes videos, and it's just kind of mid. Deluxe Bath Machine broke again. This is one of those weird Red Dead videos that I uploaded, and this one's basically just a gameplay clip. It's fine, I guess. It's not innately offensive or anything, so it goes in C tier. I don't have much more to say about it. It's kind of funny, but yeah, whatever. YTP, The Adventures of Terminal Lumbago Man. This video is pretty good. I'll put it in B tier. Some good editing gags in this one. Some early attempts at sentence mixing.
Come here.
Uncle, I'm straight.
The extended combat sequence at the end isn't the funniest thing in the world, but It is what it is. It's a pretty good YTP, and I don't usually do those. So, yeah, gets B tier. I want to break free from those notes. This video's not bad. This one goes top of B tier. I feel like this vid's a little bit underrated. This is actually the first Those Notes video that I did with the multi-tracks for the original song, and it's also the first one which I did a video edit for. I don't love every video edit choice I made in this, but I think there's some pretty good ones. I really like the way I edited the guitar solo on this to make it sound bad. That's the first time I ever did that. There's also some bits where I used clips of Freddie smashing his piano. So yeah, video edit's a little basic, and the voice editing is only okay on this one, but this video is still pretty funny. It goes top of B tier. Versace on Those Notes, I was gonna say this one goes in C tier, but I'm actually gonna put it in D tier. I think here is fair. Pretty funny. It's also very short, because of copyright issues. I couldn't upload the full song. I kept getting copyright strikes and blocked worldwide, so I had no way around it but to cut the song super short. Same problems as a lot of these early Those Notes videos. I don't love the way I edited Bruno's voice. Makes it sound more like just bad auto-tune, which I feel like isn't as funny, but some of it's pretty good. I just wish I could have uploaded the full video. For now, it's middle of D tier. Yeah, I'm gonna take Those Notes to the Old Town Road. This one goes... yeah, I don't think it goes below the Panic at the Disco one, so I think it goes in between these two. This song was big at the time that I made this, and at the time we didn't have the instrumental version of the beat, so I had to use a remake, and there also were no acapellas available of Lil Nas X's vocals. Machine learning stem extraction technology also wasn't there yet at the time to really do a good job of this, so what I did was I manually cut together the genius deconstructed video where Lil Nas X sings this acapella.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't.
Yeah, I just think the way that Lil Nas X sings isn't particularly conducive to Those Notes style editing. He's just not a very animated singer, which is fine. No beef with that style whatsoever. It's just less funny to make it sound like he's voice cracking because it doesn't sound really authentic the way it does for, say, Mike Jack or Fred Merck. So therefore, this video gets D tier. Now for the most popular video on my channel, Thriller, but only when he says Now, I know a lot of you are probably expecting this video to go in S tier because it just hit 1 million views, and it's clearly very popular, but I'm going to put it in the middle of C tier. And I know what you're thinking before you crucify me. I just think this video is not as well edited as the other E videos that I have on this channel. I didn't quite have the pacing figured out yet. There's a lot of comments about how it sounds like he's saying eat me, or please, or bees, because I didn't do the cutoffs on the E noises very well. The lady in my life wasn't in the video because, again, like I mentioned with Lil Nas X, we didn't really have stem separation available at the time, so I wasn't able to get the vocals for Lady in My Life because they weren't available yet, so I opted to just not put that song in the video, which I really regret. I wish I hadn't done that. I had like 1 million comments about why that song isn't in the video. There are other solutions that I ended up coming up with later that I feel like would have been a better choice than just leaving the song out altogether. So yeah, it's my most popular video, and I guess that's just because people like E and people like Michael Jackson when he says E. But I feel like this one was just not very well edited, and so it goes in the middle of C tier. Bohemian Rhapsody, but only when he says E. This one's better edited, but I feel like there's just less comedic material here. It's like, it's shorter, it's sweeter, it's okay, I guess. For what it is, it's just Bohemian Rhapsody, but only when they say E. The editing is definitely improving now. Next we have Love the Way You Lie, but it's Nice Guys by Ryan Higa. This video gets A tier. This one's kind of underrated, I think. Not many people have seen it. It's just a pretty good mashup between two songs that are very similar. Also, the way the chorus comes back at the end. I just think this is a pretty funny, entertaining mashup between two songs that sound alike and whose subject matter goes together very well. The premise of this video was good and it was executed well, and it gets A tier. Puddle of Mud's cover of About a Girl, but only when he says E. This video also, I think, gets A tier. This cover was going viral around the pandemic era, and people were making meme edits of it left and right. I think this one was pretty original, and it really capitalized on Wes Scantling's super uncomfortable, strange sounding. So yeah, I think this was just a good premise for a video. It's just a short, sweet, 16-second E meme. So yeah, A tier. Next, we have these fucking Trader Joe's cash register remixes. Don't even ask me why I made these. These are all going in F tier. None of them are very good. I suppose this one's, like, sort of okay to listen to, and, like, they might be funny just by virtue of sheer absurdity, but I don't know why I made these. I think I was just brain rotted through COVID, and the only thing I had was my local grocery store. Yeah, these were all kind of ass. Next, we have Bad, but only when he says E. I think this video is better. This one probably goes in low A tier. This one is definitely better edited than the Thriller video. The pacing is better. The isolation of when he says E is better, so you get less noises on either side. We get the first real collar horn with another part of me where he just goes, which is pretty funny. Like with Thriller, Just Good Friends was a song that I couldn't find an acapella for, so I had no way to get Michael's vocals on their own. So what I did, instead of just leaving the song out of the video like I did for Thriller, I just used the full song with the instrumental and everything. It's not a perfect solution, but I still feel like in 2021 it's the best we had before stem separation had gotten really good. So, for that reason, this video I think is a little better edited than its Thriller counterpart, and it is the second most popular video on my channel for that reason. A tier. I throw my hands up in the air sometimes. This one is C tier, I guess. It's just a pretty brain-rotted 10-second meme clip. The only reason it exists is because I had the idea of the baby saying,
Let's go.
over Tyler Cruz's Dynamite when he says, baby, let's go. It's a pretty low-hanging fruit, but the baby was a popular subject in memes of the time. It's funny, I guess, but only if you're a degenerate with brain rot. Next, we have Dirty Diana hits those notes. This one goes in B tier, I think. I was trying to do a sequel to Those Notes Are Bad, and I think this video is pretty good. I don't think it's quite as funny as Those Notes Are Bad. The premise of the idea is good because Mike Jack is basically crying during this song, which is pretty funny.
She got me Dirty Diana. No.
However, I just don't like the editing choices I made on this one quite as much, especially near the end where I just spam high notes, which is kind of funny, but it's also a little bit lazy. I was definitely just getting tired of editing this video. Yeah, that's where it goes, is B tier. It's pretty funny still, but not as good as Those Notes Are Bad. Trelawney roasts Arthur. I think high C tier is good for this. Another weird Red Dead video. It's just a spin on the Lamar roast Franklin meme, but done in Red Dead using a sort of equivalent cutscene. It's a little funny if you have knowledge of the game, but I'm guessing if you haven't played it before, this won't really do anything for you.
What?
It's pretty good, but it's definitely a niche video. So, middle of C tier is where it goes. Off the grid, but it's American Venom. This is honestly a pretty good remix. I think it goes here in A tier. The use of the American Venom sample and a pretty solid recreation of the beat from Off the Grid. It just goes pretty well together. Put a lot of effort into this one, using not just American Venom, but also samples from Jim Milton Rides Again, which uses the same music, and also a sample from The Mission Motherhood to get the same melody on violin. This video had quite a lot of care put into it, and I think the result is one of my better remixes, so it goes here in A tier. Good Time by Owl City and Carly Rae Jepsen, but it's drill. A couple of my drill remixes go here, I think. This one goes in B tier. It's pretty, actually, yeah, I'll move it to low A tier, actually. This one's pretty good. Just that funny recontextualization of this very early 2010s EDM pop song into it. Goofy drill song with goofy 808 slides. The Photoshop is god-awful, but honestly, I think that adds to the comedy. Stop posting about Better Call Saul. This video is B tier. I think this video is very funny if you've seen Better Call Saul, but if you haven't seen Better Call Saul, it's probably not funny, which is okay. You know, niche videos are okay. I think this one is a little bit more accessible to a general audience as opposed to Trelawney vs. Arthur, for example. There's some good jokes in here.
I showed my Constitution to my girlfriend. In the logo, I flipped it and I said, hey babe, did you know that you have rights?
I like the part where he dings the Saul theme. That took me a little while to figure out how to do, but I think the result was worth it. Then I went on hiatus for like 3 years, and when I returned with Off the Wall, but only when he says E, which I think goes at the very top of A tier. This is probably one of the better edited E videos. The coughs are pretty good. The isolation of the E noises is pretty good. And I like the various gags I came up with throughout. Like, yes, loud is funny, is kind of low-hanging fruit, but here I feel like it was executed pretty well. So, for that, it goes in A tier. I also like the thumbnail for this one a lot. It's probably one of my favorite E thumbnails I've edited. Just a shitty MS Paint recreation of the album cover with the Markiplier on it. It's pretty funny. Alex Warren, ordinary, but it's unordinary. This video's probably B tier. It's pretty low effort. The only reason I made it is because I kept getting annoyed by hearing the song because I hate this fucking song so much. So I just took it and massacred it. I think I did it in literally 10 minutes. It's pretty low effort and it shows. It's not unfunny, but definitely could have been more effort put into this. However, I refuse to put more effort into this because that would mean having to listen to this song again, and I just hate this song so goddamn much. So it goes in B tier, which I think is the fair place for it.
Angels up in the clouds, Jealous, no hungry for hours. You got me kissing sanctuary.
And now, a video that has been doing some serious numbers lately. Don't stop till you hit those notes. This one goes straight to the top in S tier. This is definitely the funniest Those Notes video I've done to this point. I think as soon as I had the idea to do it for this song, I knew I was on to something. It was just the perfect song for it. Mike is singing in falsetto for this entire song, which just makes it very easy to edit him to make it sound like he's singing very bad, which is funny. That's just very funny. You gotta admit that's funny. And then the other gags, like with the violins being out of time and super loud, I think that's pretty funny. The I'm melting gag is something that I'm very proud of. The moment with the auto-tune is really funny. And then the synth solo in the middle is just a cherry on top of just complete ass in the best way. Definitely an S tier Those Notes video, probably the funniest one I've ever done. It goes straight to the top of S tier, probably my funniest video. Smooth Crash Out. This one is probably B tier. I think I got really into this one when I was making it, but I don't think it's as funny as Don't Stop Till You Hit Those Notes. I had a 4-track multi-track for this one, so I was able to edit the guitars and the vocals and the bass independently of one another. But because it's new metal, everything's really distorted already, and it's kind of hard to make it sound really bad. I do like this thumbnail a lot, though, and I like the video, which has content-aware scaling across the whole thing, and that's pretty funny. I forgot to mention, but the thumbnail for Don't Stop Till You Hit Those Notes is probably one of my funniest thumbnails ever. I mean, just look at it. It's another reason why this video goes in S tier. Then we have Dangerous, but only when he says E. This one probably goes about the same as Bad, but only when he says E. It's edited pretty similarly. I think the cutoffs are pretty good. The pacing is pretty good. This album is just a little bit messier because it's so long, and also because Michael really starts spamming the he on his album. it's a bit of a mess and it shows, but I think there's nothing technically wrong with the video itself. I think the source material is just maybe a little bit less funny than off the wall when you cut it down to the moment where he says E. I don't know, maybe that's just personal preference. It goes in the same tier, but just a little bit lower. Finally, we have my most recent video, Give Into Those Notes. I think this video is pretty good. It's probably going to go here, on the lower side of A tier. I didn't have multi-tracks for this one, unfortunately, so I kind of had to edit it the same way I did Dirty Diana Hits Those Notes, and those notes are bad, where I kind of just was able to mess with the vocals and nothing else. I was able to do some work on the guitar parts, but I don't think the end result was as funny as Don't Stop Till You Hit Those Notes, for example, because for this one I had multi-tracks. This video is pretty good, though. I think it was a good song choice because Mike is basically crying like on Dirty Diana. That's why it's kind of a spiritual sequel. And I do think this video is a little better edited than that video in regards to the choices I made. But yeah, I don't think it's quite as good as Those Notes Are Bad, and definitely not Don't Stop Till You Hit Those Notes. It's still pretty good though. Anyway, that was my tier list of my own shit posts. Let me know if you disagree with where I put my own shit posts, if you think some of them are more peak, or if you think some of them are shit posts, then let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys in whatever video I decide to upload next. Thanks for watching, you degenerates.